Get ready, boys and girls, because we are about to explore Africa. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It's such an amazing continent. Here we go. Water and land. Earth is made up of water and land. Water covers almost 3/4 of Earth. The largest areas of water are called oceans. There are 5 oceans on Earth. From largest to smallest, they are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Can you see the oceans that cover Africa? They are the Atlantic and Indian and the Southern Ocean. Huge areas of land. Oceans flow around huge areas of land. These areas of land are called continents. The continents are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. Tell me about Africa. Africa is the second largest continent on Earth. Ooh, that could be something that makes it unique. There are 54 countries in Africa. Ooh, something else that makes it unique, because I remembered that Europe had 50. Country has borders and a government. A border is a place where one country ends and another country begins. A government is a group of people who rule a country. Fast fact. There are islands in Africa. An island is land surrounded by water. Madagascar is the largest island in Africa. It's also a pretty amazing movie. Have you seen it? Use the compass. The compass on this page shows the 4 main directions on Earth. The 4 main directions are north, south, east, and west. The letter N points north. The North Pole is the most northern place on Earth. The letter S points south. The most southern point on Earth is the South Pole. Look at Africa, and the equator divides it, and how much is above in the northern hemisphere and how much is below in the southern hemisphere. Hot climate. Near the equator, the climate is hot all year. Climate is the weather in an area over a long period of time. Temperature, rainfall, and wind make up an area's climate. The equator passes through Africa. Most of Africa is hot and sunny all year long. Some parts of Africa have cool weather. However, it is cooler high up on mountains. Rainy season, dry season. In some parts of Africa, it rains nearly every day. Other places receive almost no rain. The rest of the year is dry. The period with rain is called the rainy season. The dry season is a period when no rain falls. Waterways. Africa is between 2 oceans. The Atlantic is along the west coast of Africa, and the Indian Ocean is along the east coast of Africa. A coast is an area of land that meets an ocean or a sea. A sea is a small part of an ocean with land around it. The northern coast of Africa touches 2 seas. They are the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Ooh, something else that makes it unique. It's also touching seas. Long rivers and large lakes. The longest river on Earth is in Africa. It is called the Nile River. I would say that makes Africa unique. Africa also has many large lakes, such as Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is the second largest lake in the world. Many people in Africa live near rivers and lakes. Rivers and lakes contain fish to eat and water to drink. People travel by boat on the rivers and lakes. Landforms. There are many tall mountains in Africa. There are also valleys in Africa. Valleys are low areas of land between mountains. Mountains and valleys are two kinds of landforms. Landforms are areas of land that have different shapes. Yet something else that makes Africa unique, that it has such high mountains and such low valleys, mountains. The weather at the top of the mountain is cold. Some mountaintops even have snow on them. Mount Kilimanjaro is Africa's tallest mountain. Valleys. Few people or animals live at the top of the cold mountains. Many people and animals live in valleys. Rivers or streams often run through valleys. A stream is a small, narrow river. Many plants grow in valleys too. Hot, rainy forests. There are tropical rainforests in Africa. A tropical rainforest is a kind of forest. Tropical rainforests grow only in places that are hot and rainy. Fast fact: many animals live high in the trees of tropical rainforests. Bats, birds, and monkeys live high in trees. Grasslands. There are many grasslands in Africa. Grasslands are large areas of land that are covered in grasses. African grasslands are called savannas. Say that makes Africa unique. Bushes and some types of trees, such as acacia trees, grow on savannas. Africa's largest animals live on savannas. Elephants, hippopotamuses, and rhinoceroses are big animals. Giraffes, antelopes, zebras, lions, cheetahs, and leopards are other savanna animals. People on savannas. Many people also live on African savannas. They grow crops on part of the grasslands. Crops are plants that are grown for food. People also raise livestock, such as cows. Livestock eat the plants that grow on savannas. Sandy deserts. There are huge deserts in Africa. Deserts are very hot, dry areas. Deserts receive less than 10 inches of rain each year. I would say that also makes Africa unique. The soil in many African deserts is sandy. Strong winds blow the sand. The winds blow the sand into large hills called sand dunes. Few living things. Animals need water to stay alive. There is very little water in deserts. Most animals cannot survive there, but camels, snakes, and scorpions can. These animals do not need to drink a lot of water to stay alive. Rural areas. More than 800 million people live in Africa. Many Africans live in rural areas. A rural area is a place outside of a city or a town. Many people who live in rural areas live in villages. They build their own homes. They find food on the land or in the waterways near their homes. Farming to survive. Africans who live in the countryside may be far from stores, schools, and hospitals. Many people in rural areas are farmers. They grow their own food to eat. They grow food crops such as corn, yams, and millet. They may also own some livestock, such as cows or sheep. Urban areas. Cities and towns are urban areas. African cities are like other cities around the world. They have tall buildings and many roads filled with cars. The picture above shows Cape Town. This big city is in South Africa. Very little money. Almost half of the African people live in urban areas. Do you remember what an urban area is? We've talked about urban areas. Many of these people live in very poor conditions. Some people do not have jobs. People who do not have jobs often have very little money. Most people live in a simple home or a shack. Useful materials. Every continent has natural resources. A natural resource is a material found in nature that people can use. Natural resources make money for African countries. People can buy and sell natural resources inside and outside Africa. Minerals such as oil and diamonds are some of Africa's most important natural resources. Many people work for companies that buy and sell natural resources. Grown to be sold. Some natural resources are cash crops. Cash crops are crops that people grow so they can sell them. Some African farmers grow cash crops on small farms. Large companies grow cash crops on big farms called plantations. Cotton, bananas, and coffee, my favorite thing, are three kinds of cash crops. African culture. Culture is the beliefs, customs, and ways of life that a group of people share. People create art, music, and dances to express or show their cultures. Activities such as sports and games are also parts of many cultures. These pages show some of the ways in which African people express their cultures through sculpture, music, and dance. Sculpture. People around the world love African sculptures. Sculptures are kinds of art. People make sculptures by carving or shaping them. They make sculptures from materials such as wood, stone, metal, and clay. Music is a part of everyday life in Africa. Music is also part of many celebrations. Most African music includes drumming. In Africa, listening to music often leads to dancing. Some dancing is just fun. People also perform certain dances to celebrate events in their lives, such as weddings or religious festivals. This African dancer is performing a dance that is an important part of his culture. He performs the dance wearing a mask and a special costume. Postcards from Africa. Africa is a beautiful continent. People from all over the world visit Africa to see the land and the many wild animals. They also visit to learn about African cultures. Here are some places and things that many people come to see. The map on these pages show where they can be found in Africa. There is the Sphinx, the Victorian Falls, and of course, the beautiful preserves that have giraffes. Okay, boys and girls, again, if you want to go back and visit a special part, here's the index, as well as if you were confused about what something was, here's our glossary for our book. You can always go back if you have not found your 5 facts, or maybe you've found more. I certainly found a lot of very interesting things that makes Africa unique.